What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully this video turns out alright. I'm filming on my phone right now, but I'm back with a little tips video for you. So if you would, just go ahead and click that subscribe button and ding that bell for me so you know when these videos come out. I really want you to know. This might be helpful for you, it might not be. This is more so a video aimed at very beginner players. This is going to be tips for playing your first tournament. So, I'm no expert by any means, but I've played a few tournaments, and I'm going to give you my insights on it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so you have decided to play your first tournament. What is usually the first thing a lot of people look for an answer for? And that is, what division do they need to play? This is not necessarily the easiest thing to determine, but if you've never played in a tournament before, it's usually pretty safe to say you can play rec and not get anybody hating on you. Now, you might be called a sandbagger if you blow the competition away by like 20 strokes, but if you've never played a tournament before, it's hard to blame you on that. But what I did when I first started, I had somebody that I knew locally that played, and I played with all the time, and I was playing my first tournament. I said, what division you playing? And they told me they were playing advanced. I usually scored at the time like 3 to 4 strokes worse than they did, so I said, okay, I'll play intermediate. If they're playing advanced, I'll play one division below them and see how it went. Worked for me. I ended up getting third in my first tournament, and I only played like maybe 4. I can't remember how many. It wasn't many tournaments in intermediate before I just went ahead and jumped up to advanced. But if you can't find a way to do that, if you know nobody in your neighborhood, in your community that plays disc golf and you want to play, message the TD. They will let you know. You just tell them what you usually shoot at the course, or they might just go ahead and be like, you've never played a tournament before, play rec. So that's the first thing. Now, the second tip I'm going to give you, this is like, I don't know if there's any importance on like the order I'm doing this, but this is going to be some stuff you need. So stuff you usually don't think about. You're going to need towels and more towels, because generally the forecast can be good sometimes and it's just going to rain. Or if the tournament's early, there's going to be dew on the ground potentially whenever you're warming up, and then every disc you own is going to be covered in water from the dew. It'll be beautiful skies, the ground's still going to be wet. So for that early morning round, you're going to want to have a couple of towels to at least be able to dry your discs off from the dew. But have a bunch, and carry some like gallon Ziploc baggies, or at least a Walmart bag, and tie it off like in a quick little tie to try to keep the towels from getting wet from the elements outside. Then I usually tell people to bring extra socks, another pair of shoes in case it rains or something, another shirt, because changing in between rounds, if it's a 2-round day, changing your socks, your t-shirt and stuff can make you feel like a new person, because just being wet all day from sweating, if it's 90 degrees out or something, can wear you down pretty quick. And also helps to have like a Tylenol, ibuprofen or something, and an antacid. Get you some Tums. You never know when your stomach's gonna get messed up. Maybe this is old person advice. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to where having Tylenol and Tums is a big positive. And you know, I've had a lot of people ask for ibuprofen or Tylenol. So back that stuff. So moving on, The next one, I would say, if at all possible, know the course that you're going to play for this tournament. I've played a few blind, and it's not the funnest thing to do when you've never played a course before, and every tee you're asking people where the basket is and how far it is. Course IQ is a very strong tool if you've got it, because if you don't have to think much about what your shot's going to be, you're going to be that much more likely to play better, or at least have fun while you're doing it. So try to know the course. If you're driving somewhere and you aren't going to get to play it, maybe look up some videos. I've done that many times before, so watch some videos of it. The thing is, videos are never going to show you the elevation or necessarily exactly what the line looks like once you get on the tee. But try to go out and at least play the course a few times just to get an idea, so you can know what discs you can throw like to a certain spot, and whether you even have potential to birdie a hole, or if you should just play for par. But know the course if you can. Like I said, not fun playing blind in tournaments. Done it too many times. Now another one, this is one I do a lot, and there's a buddy of mine that plays tournaments all the time too, and plays rounds with us all the time. I'm gonna call him out, Matt. He is the opposite of me. So I usually am trying to be the first person at the course. So give yourself time to warm up before the round, because there's a check-in and they have a time limit. Or so if you're not there by this time, then they're gonna just go ahead and say like, oh, you're not here. And they may not let you play if you show up at like 10 or something, and the round starts at 10 because you didn't check in. They may have already marked you off the list. If it's small, they might not. If you call and tell them or something, like something happened, they might be lenient. But I always like to give myself a lot of time to warm up, because I'm a slow warm up kind of person. I would rather putt a lot and putt inside the circle a lot, and then just take my time and throw some holes and get warmed up. And if you've not played the course before, that's a good way to at least get a small idea of what the course is going to be like. Is if you give yourself tee times at 10, you get there at 8, check in, you can go play 4 holes or something like that, get warmed up, and you at least have an idea of what those holes look like, and you can go back to the players meeting. But give yourself time. You never know when that bathroom trip is gonna hit. I tell you, from me and all the dudes that play around here in tournaments, that we've had to drive everywhere we play, because the closest tournaments are always about an hour away. Until now, we've got our new course. So, but minimum drives of an hour, waking up in the morning, sometimes your stomach just ain't ready. And once you get to the course, it happens. So give yourself some time. The last tip I've got for you. So this is going to be 5 tips. This one, I think, is probably one of the most important, besides being prepared, like with supplies and stuff. That's pretty important. But set really small goals. Unless you're just one of those people that just has never played tournaments but you're extremely good, set small goals. Be like, hey, I want to get like 3 birdies today, or try to go bogey free, or shoot even, or something like that on so many holes. Don't hold yourself to like a certain score, because it's always true. If it's a course you played before, once you get in a pressure situation, there's a chance that you let the pressure get to you and you don't perform like you usually do. Sometimes it's opposite. Some people thrive under pressure. I like playing in tournaments because it puts me in pressure situations. I don't know. It's dependent on the person. So set a small goal. Hey, cat, where are you Set a small goal, but at the same time, try not to have any expectations. It is your first tournament. You're likely going to have a lot of nerves. I get a lot of nerves still. I don't get like a ton of nerves, but I still get nerves playing. First tee shots, it's a lot. It's sometimes very easy. There's a thing, you get some extra power sometimes on those first tee shots. You plan on throwing it 200 feet, you throw it 230, 240 feet, and it feels like you. Okay, sorry, my phone ran out of space and I'm having to redo this real quick. So what I was saying is, sometimes nerves can get to you, and just have low expectations. I'm going to keep this quicker than what I had in planned because I don't know how much space is left on my phone. But for a bonus tip here, correlates right with this last one I just said, and it is have fun. We're out here throwing discs in the woods or in the open. You're throwing plastic. Have fun with it. That's the main goal. This is supposed to be a stress relief, not a stress on your life. So for your first tournament, have fun with it. And then for all of them, try to have fun. Sometimes it's hard, but have fun. That has been my top 5 tips to give for a first-time tournament player. Let me know if you agree with these. If there's some other ones you think are more important than what I said, there's tons of tips for people when you're playing your first tournament. These are just ones that stand out to me. But let me know down in the comments, and let me know if there's some more top 5 tips, or like just any tips videos that you would like to know. It's easy for me to shoot here at the house, so hopefully I can do some more of them. And I do have a new phone coming, so I might be able to live stream some more. So that's all I got, guys. Till next time. Peace.